There we go.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to The Flow.
And the My High Show. We are back again. I know, or like gingivitis, we just won't go the fuck away. Ooh! Flo.
Yes.
What is the letter for today's show?
It is the letter C, which no, will not be for cunt. It'll be for celebrity.
Ah, damn it. I thought it was going to be for cunt.
No, we already talked about that last episode.
No, you're right, we did. I don't think that's aired yet.
No, not yet.
It's coming up. Coming up. Two-piece cunt special. Oh, I got a story. That reminds me.
Oh, Lord.
When I was a teenager, right? So in the small town that I grew up in, Zanesville, Ohio.
Oh, Lord.
Right? I'll plug those people. Anyway, that's where Nightbird was from. She was on America's Got Talent last year, and she just passed away, and yeah, very sad. She was amazing singer. Jane, we love you. Anyway, when I was a kid growing up in Zanesville, my friend and I were always bored on the weekends, right? So, you know, I would say, hey, Mom, I'm staying all night at Darren's. He'd call his mom, I'm staying all night at Mike's, right? Just gave my name there.
We'll block that out.
Right.
Put a beep over it.
Beep. But anywho, we would get bored, so we'd roam the streets, you know, the main drag. It was called Maple Avenue. And Kentucky Fried Chicken back then, they didn't have their advertisement sign way up in the air. It was down by the street. So we arranged the letters to say a two-piece cunt special. Y'all had nothing better to do. Nothing.
Yeah.
Small town America.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I need to get a tissue.
Oh, she needs a tissue.
About that, where we are, the weather has been rapidly changing, so I'm sitting here sniffling, and it's terrible.
Yeah, it was like 84 degrees today. It would have been a perfect day for you and I to have went to the beach and flown a kite or something. But no, here we are.
I don't like beaches. I'm afraid of jellyfish.
I know you hate beaches. Jesus.
Sand gets everywhere, and like it gets into crevices it's not supposed to. And I'm not a clam, so anything that gets in there, it's not going to turn into a pearl. It's going to turn into a raging infection.
Oh shit. All right. So the letter C, you said, is standing for celebrity. So
yes.
what about celebrities?
So this actually got brought up because growing up I greatly loved listening to Marilyn Manson. And in light of, I don't know if you've heard what's going on with him.
Yes.
His ex-wife, like, you know, accusing him of grooming her and everything like that.
Yeah.
And my big thing is, and I'm by no means on anyone's side, I'm not blaming anyone, like, because we don't know, like, but I'm just like, why is everyone so surprised to find out that he's a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Like, literally, if you've ever read his book or anything like that, like, he even said if he wasn't a musician, he would be a serial killer. And I'm not saying, like, if he is in fact doing this stuff that it makes it right and, you know, it's her fault because she should have known or anything like that.
No.
I'm just like, but why are you surprised? Like, why is anyone surprised when they find out that some celebrity did something?
Right.
Like,
yeah. I don't know. Like, some people think celebrities are like gods and they can do no wrong.
Like infallible, or they have to live their life like this perfect and pristine way because God forbid they're like seen having flaws.
Right.
And it's just like they're just people. Legitimately, they're just people.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know, do you follow celebrity news or anything? Like,
Not in particular.
Yeah, me neither. It's just because I don't really care.
Neither do I. And that's like a big thing. Like, there are people that are so invested in like these people's lives, and it's just like they don't even know you exist. Why are you invested in their lives? Like,
yeah, no, exactly.
Read a book, something like.
And I think some people feel that entitlement, you know. Well, I go watch Tom Cruise at the movie theater when his, you know, latest supposedly greatest movie is out. So therefore, if I, you know, see him out in person, he should be nice to me, or he, you know, he should respect me.
Or like they're confused, like when they run up on a famous person while they're trying to eat dinner with their family, and it's just like, oh, well, they were rude to me. I would be rude to people too if you interrupted me while I was eating.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
celebrity or not a celebrity, it's just, you know.
Seriously.
It's not cool. Like when I used to live, you know, back in Ohio, and I managed Hot Topic, Hot Topic Flow. And the particular store that I managed was right by a what do you call it? An outdoor venue, right? Like a concert venue. Okay, it was called Polaris, and always had big rock stars going to. You know, I'm talking Bon Jovi. And I'm gonna put my age out there. Bon Jovi, Goo Goo Dolls, Backstreet Boys, Meatloaf. You know, everyone would go play this outdoor venue. And so I was constantly having these people come into my Hot Topic to get like last minute items before they went on, you know. Like Alice Cooper came in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he came in one day with his daughter, and she tried on some clothes in the dressing room and stuff, and he picked out a hat that he wanted, you know. And like all my, you know, people that worked for me, because I was the store manager, and they're like, oh Michael, it's Alice Cooper, let's go see if we can get a picture, let's go, you know, then we'll put it in the Hot Topic newsletter, and I'm like, no, let the man shop. Leave him alone. Don't bother him.
Like, I'm sure famous people, like, they don't mind if you politely ask, like, oh, excuse me, whenever, you know, you're finished doing what you're doing, can I, like, grab a picture with you or have an autograph or whatever? But most of these people just, like, bombard them. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, and
it's like
the tears and the crying and the...
It's like, oh, I'd run away from your ass too. That's scary.
Yes.
Oh.
The nuttiness of it all.
Yep.
But, you know, I don't know. You know, you have like all these TMZs, right, that are always chasing down the celebrities, you know, trying to get the scoop, the dirt. But I feel like if you're a celebrity, though, you kind of got to expect that, right, at some level.
At some level,
because you're going into this, you know, especially if you make it big.
But it's like, where's the line?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like
the people should not be entitled to know, like, where your house is. You should not be bombarded when you're trying to go out to get the freaking morning newspaper, to get freaking your mail or something, and you got these crazy ass people trying to climb over the fence of your house. Like, yeah, it's just like,
I agree. That's totally.
And if that's the case, and they tase your ass, and then you're like, oh my God, they tased me. They're so horrible. It's like, nah, you deserve that. It's like, I'm gonna side with them on this one.
Pretty much, yes. And then you got you know, celebrities who. And, you know, because we don't know what they're going through. Oh, I hear Jinx back there.
Yes.
Little Jinxie. Anyway, you hear celebrities that will have these serious meltdowns, right? Like, I mean, you're old enough to remember when Britney melted down.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
But, like, no one knows what she was going through at that time.
Well, in light of, like, everything that's going on now, you would assume that, like, she was going through some shit, because, like, now she's, like, trying to sue her father and stuff like that, so it's just like...
Yeah, for that whole, the conservatory, all that bullshit, and
Yep.
I think, especially when you're that young and you're a celebrity, you're gonna have some messed up moments, some meltdowns, I personally was like, yeah, you go in that hair salon and grab those clippers and shave your head, I remember when Mariah Carey melted down, and, it was ugly, and Amanda Bynes had a massive meltdown, and it's scary, and
Jinxie.
in a way I feel sorry for these people, because we don't know what,
Especially like the children actors and stuff like that. Hi, baby, come here.
absolutely, yeah, the child actors and actresses.
I mean, look at the case of like Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah,
Like what happened with them.
the two Corys.
Yep. It's just like, well, it's no wonder freaking one ended up like. Did he die of an OD? Did he kill himself?
I'm not sure what happened there. That was Corey Haim. Yeah, yeah, good looking kid.
Yeah. Like I freaking loved his movies. He was adorable. But that much pressure, and like people expect so much from you, and I'm not saying all like children actors' parents are terrible, but for the most part, they're kind of terrible. Like
They can be cunts. Like Macaulay Culkin's parents were cunts. Like, take your money and be gone. But again, I don't think us as non-celebrities, right? We don't deserve to. They don't owe us anything, right? No.
just like on the flip side, we don't owe them anything either. Like I always hate hearing stories about like them going into places and expecting like certain things because do you know who I am? I don't give a good goddamn who you are. Like honestly.
Right, and I'm going to give you a really good story of kind of the opposite of what we're talking about here. So my brother-in-law manages a very fancy schmancy hotel somewhere. Okay? And Nicki Minaj came to stay.
Oh God.
All right?
Okay.
And, I don't know you, Miss Minaj, personally, so I don't know how you are, but anyway.
Could have been having a bad day.
Could have been having a bad day. But on this particular occasion, she played a show in this city, stayed the evening at his hotel, right? Gets up the next morning with her entourage. They go to the airport, fly out, get back to LA, and Gary gets a phone call at the hotel, and it's Nicki.
Oh.
And she's like, yeah, hey. She's like, I forgot my driver's license there, and I need those. And she wasn't nice about it. It was just very, in your face, I need it. And Gary was like, okay, no problem. I can get those out to you. Not a problem. Okay. Click. No, okay, thank you, whatever. Because obviously he had her home address and stuff from, staying there, whatever. So that day, he literally, got the driver's license, wrapped it in paper so no one could see what the hell it was, got an envelope, put it down in an envelope, stamped it, addressed it to Miss Minaj, and took it to the post office. Next day, Miss Minaj calls him back.
Oh, Lord.
Hello? And Gary's like, yeah. Where the fuck's my ID? And Gary's like, excuse me, what do you mean? I called you yesterday and you said you would fucking take care of it. And Gary's like, and I have. It's on its way to your house. She's like, what do you mean? You mailed it in the mail? And Gary's like, yeah. And she's like, bitch, do you not know who the fuck I am Nicki fucking Minaj. That shit should have been overnighted to me. And Gary was not nice. So, you know, he had a few choice words for the Nicki. But, you know, I hear stories all the time where celebrities are not so nice. You know, it came out with Ellen DeGeneres last year, right?
Yep.
She's played the Be Kind lady forever on her talk show. And I don't know. I've never met her. Maybe she is nice, you know? Is she as nice as she appears to be on TV? Probably not. But, you know...
Well, no one can be that nice 24/7. I'm just saying. Like, that would be creepy and it would drive me insane.
Yeah. But then, you know, I hear the story of where she went and to a restaurant. It was her and her mom and Porsche, and the waitress's nail polish was chipped. And she was very pissed off. She demanded a different server because she had chipped nail polish. And to her, that was not professional.
Oh, she would have hated me.
Yeah.
I cannot keep my nails painted for shit. But
I don't know. I don't know her, so
you know what?
I can't paint her with that brush.
There is one actor that if I ever found out that he was a terrible person, it would shock the hell out of me. I would be devastated, and that's Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
This world does not deserve Keanu Reeves.
This is true. He seems like the little church altar boy, the boy next door, the boy who would do no harm to anyone.
And like my big thing is like not even putting him on like a pedestal. He just seems like an overall like good person. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm sure he has his days where he feels crappy and angry and such. And but like he's always so like chilled out when you see him. And it's just like, oh, that's nice. Like, it brings me joy that somewhere in the world there's this man just living his life. And I'm like, good.
Made a shit ton of money making amazing movies. And he's still down to earth and still, you know, one of us. Like, just a normal, hey, you know. And in fact, it's funny you brought that up because I was reading a story about him a couple weeks ago where he, on any given day, will find a homeless person and take him out, get him a hot lunch, give him some cash, and then he hops in his car and is on his way. You know, he does good things.
See, that's another thing. Like, I have never actually like heard that in particular. So I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Because I always hate it when like you hear about famous people donating like millions of dollars to a charity and it's like plastered everywhere on the news, and I'm just like, well, this just feels insincere to me.
It does.
I'm like, okay, well, yay, now we all know that you did a good thing.
Good for you. Yeah, I like the ones that do it and you don't know it.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's not just famous people either. It's like rich people. Like rich people, I swear, they donate to charities to cover up like or to make an excuse for why they're so shitty like all the other days of the year.
In real life, yes.
It's just like, I donate to charities, but I'm still gonna light this puppy on fire, and it's just like
I'm still a cunt.
It's just like, okay, I guess that absolves you of everything. You fucking donate to charities. It's good for you.
Yeah.
But there's a thing about like everyone was all shocked that like Keanu Reeves was dating a woman like his age, and I'm like, but this is not something he should be praised over. He's dating someone. She has gray hair. Who fucking cares?
Right.
Like, what, because he's not dating like some weird ass fucking 20-year-old? Like, it's amazing? Nah. He's just living his life.
Exactly.
Freaking Alan Rickman. Like, I love Alan Rickman. He was one of my favorite freaking actors. I did not know that dude had a wife. Until he died. I was like, he had a whole... I was like, oh. I'm like, you know what? Good for you keeping that shit under wraps. Bravo, sir.
Yeah, I mean, there are some celebrities who really keep their shit under wraps.
Oh, yeah.
Like Dolly? she's excellent at keeping her shit under. You don't see her on the tabloids, and I mean, if you do, it would be totally made up, because
9 times out of 10, if she's in the tabloids, someone's just talking about her tits, and it's like, we get it.
Right. They're big, they're silicone, but you know.
I think she actually got those taken out.
Did she get them taken out?
I think so. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just like...
But you know, she's married, and you don't know a whole lot about her husband, and...
I don't even know she was married. Ah.
Oh my God, yeah. Married for years and years and years. But yeah, you never hear about him, you know. There's all kinds of celebrities who manage to keep it together, and, you know. Did you ever watch Happy Days as a child?
Yes.
You did?
I used to watch it at my grandparents' house.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you remember Joni?
Yes.
The daughter?
Yeah.
Right? Man, I was shocked to find out a few years back that she was severely, she was homeless, okay? Oh. Homeless, was living in her car, mentally ill. And I always find that interesting, because it seems like mental illness and homelessness goes together, and I don't know how it happens. I don't know what comes first, and I'm not saying that's the case with all people who are homeless, but there's
or mentally ill.
Or mentally ill, you're not going to become homeless, but there's a big connection there. And I mean, obviously, she wasn't mentally ill during her heydays of Happy Days, because if she did, she played it off very well, right?
You know what? She could have been, and we just didn't know. Right.
And it was never talked about.
Especially back then. Oh no, you don't talk about those things.
Right. But come to find out, she ended up moving in the trailer park with her mom, and you know, they lived together in a trailer. And then she started doing drugs, and then she was found in, I want to say it was either a grocery store parking lot or a gas station parking lot, dead in her car.
Huh.
Like, tragic. What's Erin Moran? Yes, that was her name. Yeah, so it's like, you know, you never really know what's going on in the lives of these people.
It's
and then for us to expect them to be nice and pleasant, and
yeah, it's like expecting someone who works in retail to be like pleasant 24/7 whenever they're at their job. And it's just like, no, you encounter a lot of assholes, you deal with a lot of shit, so eventually it will wear on you, and it's gonna show. And yeah, it's not right to project that onto other people, but it happens sometimes. They're human, they're flawed. It is what it is. Like,
yeah, it does.
It's not an excuse, it's just an explanation.
No, and you know, I'm in retail, and I try to give the best customer service that I possibly can, but also I'm not going to stand there and be talked down to and belittled and let someone cuss me out or call me names.
Oh yeah.
Or throw their phone at me and say, fix this fucking thing. No.
Oh.
No. You're going to take it down a notch, sister.
I mean, I once had someone throw change at me.
Really?
Yeah, when I was working at a cash register, I forgot what the situation was, but they just came in with like a shitty attitude, and they fucking just threw their money on the counter, and I was just like, I pushed it back at them. I was just like, no.
Right. Nope.
Because first of all, you ain't gonna throw shit at me.
No.
And if you want to get my attention, do not whistle at me. Don't snap at me. Like, I hate that. Bitch, what am I, a trained dog? Like, no. Be like, excuse me.
Yeah, no, I was at work the other day, and
The noisy water cup.
My noisy water cup. And co-workers helping the lady, right? And she's being a little bitchy to him, right? And then she starts with the nails on the counter. The acrylic fake fingernail.
Oh.
So I wasn't looking at her. And I said to my coworker, I'm like, what's that annoying noise? And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know. It sounds like
clicking.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. It sounds like that. Like, I said, it's annoying. Where is it coming from? And, you know, I knew damn well where it was coming from. But that was for her to get the fucking hint, you know.
Like, bitch, stop.
Quit doing that. Jesus. It's annoying as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even a celebrity, and Jesus.
It's just like, in our intro video, I brought up the YouTuber, Corpse Husband. Only, like, people who, like, know him have seen his face.
Yeah. We were talking about that. You were like, leave him alone.
Seriously, leave him alone. If he doesn't want to show his face, if he wants to keep it private or whatever, that's his business. What right do you have to try and expose this man's face?
So, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, explain this to me, because I've not seen this guy.
No one's seen this guy, that's the point.
No, I mean, I haven't seen his channel. I don't know about him. You did turn me on to another YouTuber, though. I was watching her the other day, you know. Bailey Sarian.
Yes.
She was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, and
I love that.
she was cracking me up as she was putting her makeup on.
I love that woman.
She's like, you know, let's just chemically burn the flesh off of their skin. And I'm like, wow. She's like, but she said it so funny, and she's great.
Bailey Sarian, if you need a girlfriend, let me know.
I know, right? So, yeah, that's a YouTuber. I would like to meet her. Now, tell me about this guy. What's he talk about?
Okay.
And people want to expose him.
So, he used to do, like, you've heard his voice. I've showed you some of his music. It's very deep. It's very...
Yes, because you said he had a condition, but yes. Okay, yes.
Okay, so he used to, like, read, like, scary stories. He would do music.
He's got the voice for it.
He does.
Yeah.
And he would do, like, gaming and stuff like that.
Okay.
And just whenever you see, like, drawings of him or anything, like, you never see his face. You probably see, like, maybe, like, an eye. That's about it. Or, like, he's exposed, like, a shadow of himself or his hands, but you've never actually seen his face.
So is he still popping out the YouTube videos today, then?
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I don't, like, follow him. Like, if he puts out music, I'm just like, oh, let me look at this.
Okay.
But
it was a big thing? Like, his followers were wanting to expose him? Like his little YouTubers?
Like, I wouldn't even call them true fans. I would call them pseudo fans, because if you were a fan of this person, you would respect them enough to be like, okay,
the fuck alone.
He doesn't want his face out there, so I'm not gonna bother him about it.
Right.
People were, like, trying to dox him and shit like that. He even had an incident with, like, a stalker at his, like, where he lived.
Oh, they found out where he lived?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And, like I said, as a fellow agoraphobic, like, he's super paranoid to, like, go out in case someone, like, sees his face or finds him, and it's just like, oh my god, there he is. It's not like he can disguise his voice or anything. It's very distinct. People would know.
It is very distinct.
So it's just like, but what right do you have to try and put this information out about this guy who he just wants to live his life?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's putting himself out there on the internet, but he's containing it. He's putting out what he wants to be put out there.
Yeah.
And, like, if a person wants to put their whole life out there, that's on them. Like, if you want to expose your own business, that's fine. That's your business to expose. But don't go around exposing other people's.
Right. And we have disclaimers, like, you know, we'll talk about these celebrities and their alleged mishaps or whatever, but we don't know them and we don't know that for sure. So, like, you know,
it's all about like what's being projected out there that we can only assume that, you know.
Right. You know, it's what you're fed by the media.
Exactly.
Honestly. Now, like, I don't know, you and I are pretty much open books, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think we'll talk about, I like to think of us as, we talk about the stuff that you don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we will talk about our bouts with anxiety and depression and agoraphobia. We're going to put that out there. And because some people feel so alone and trapped by that they embarrassed,
shamed by it.
That they don't want to, you know, talk about it or feel that they can't talk about it because they're going to be judged. That's our job. So we're going to put it out there for you. And, you know, if we help someone, great. Because when we get to that episode, I have a good resource on what helped me get better. So I'm actually going to plug that program when we get to that point. But, yeah. So, I mean, you know, I don't know.
And I always feel like with celebrities, they never want to put the good out. They just want to put like the, you know, celebrity throws tantrum, the whatever. Because like,
well, it's headline grabbing.
For some reason, I don't know why, but like we as human beings just love watching other people's lives like fall to shit. Or just for them to be like a total mess.
This is a true story.
Say that I don't every once in a while enjoy like a good breakdown in someone's life. Especially if it's over something ridiculous. Like this is an old clip, but it was like Kim Kardashian losing like this freaking earring in the ocean. Like in the midst of like everything going on in the world, and she's like, "Oh my God, I lost my diamond earring. This is thousands of dollars." And her sister's just looking at her like, "People are dying, Kim." And I'm just like, "Oh my God."
Right?
Like just watching this woman like flounder around trying to find this fucking earring in the ocean. I'm just like, dumbass.
It's just like, go dig through your purse, you rich bitch, and find the pocket change and buy another $1 million earring.
And like you can't help but like enjoy it a little because you're just like, dude, you're so far removed from the world.
You know who I felt really, really bad for? And she's no longer with us, and it makes me sad. Anna Nicole Smith. Do you remember Anna Nicole Smith?
I do, but I like the only thing I really know about her, and they never really showed much else about her, was the fact that she was portrayed as this ditzy bimbo that was married to an old rich dude.
Right.
Like that's all you ever saw of her.
Well, E had the Anna Nicole show, which was a reality show.
I remember vaguely seeing bits and pieces of it.
Right. And at the time, I watched it. And I was always, you know, she said some stuff that was funny and, you know, she was cute and, you know, but it was an absolute train wreck.
Oh.
Absolute train wreck, because the poor woman was being fed drugs. And you know who you are, who was feeding her the drugs. And, you know, and it just all made for really messy TV. And it was sad. And, she got...
But that shit will sell.
That shit will sell. You know, and then, you know, when she got pregnant, they couldn't figure out, you know, who the father of the baby was. And then she had the baby, and her older son Daniel was there in the hospital room with her after she had the baby. He stayed the night. And when she woke up in the morning, he was dead in the hospital chair.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because he was prescribed Xanax, some kind of antidepressants, something else, and it didn't mix well, and it interfered with his heart and his breathing, and he died right in the hospital room in the chair while he was there with his mom. So she woke up to that, her dead son. And she now has this newborn, and then they find her dead, like, what, I don't know, a month, 2 months later, like drug overdosed, and it wasn't a suicide. It was because they were pumping her with drugs. I personally know someone, and I'm not going to call you out because we're good friends, but I personally know someone whose family member was dating Anna. Okay? And this family member and the person I know, because they've met Anna, saw people put stuff in her drinks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible, and it was all to, I don't know, keep her dumb and oblivious to what was going on, and let's make this funny reality show and make lots of money off of you. And we're going to keep you doped up.
That reminds me of like when they had the show with like Jessica Simpson.
Oh yeah, and Nick Lachey.
And they like portrayed her being like dumb as hell. Like the whole freaking chicken of the sea thing.
Right,
it's not
which was the
actually
tuna.
chicken.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but afterwards, like when you would see her, it's just like, yeah, no, she does not appear to be this dumb. So what did y'all do?
Exactly.
Like, did you just tell her to be like, oh, be dumb as fuck, you're pretty, it's fine? And it's just like, yeah, I guess if that's what America wants, the airheaded blonde chick.
It sells, it gets ratings.
Apparently.
I lived on a reality TV set.
I remember you showing me that.
Yes.
But
Interesting.
reality TV is nowhere near reality. It's garbage.
Scripted as hell.
Of course.
Scripted as hell.
Jinxie.
I lived in a very popular trailer park, and it had a show on TLC, and it was scripted beyond belief. And Jinx is here.
Hi, baby.
But yeah, I mean, it just, it brings us full circle to, I think people expect too much out of celebrities, and they're not always nice. They're not always kind. They're people.
They're people.
They're people under pressure,
They're people that have been deluded by yes men.
Oh.
Like, that happens.
Absolutely.
My favorite person to, like, be just... Everyone just assumes that John Lennon was this great man and shit like that. And I'm just like, no, John Lennon was a great musician. He was a piece of shit.
I've heard this.
Like, no. Like, okay, you know how the song Hey Jude?
Hey Jude.
Yep. How it was written for his son,
Make it better. Yeah, Julian. Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't even write that song. Paul McCartney did.
Oh.
Yeah, Paul McCartney wrote that song to try and lessen the blow of freaking John Lennon abandoning him and his mother for this woman. And then he profited off the song.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because, like, Yoko was not having it. Like, Julian and his mom did not get, like, any of John Lennon's money.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
And all you hear about nowadays is like Yoko and then Sean Lennon, which was, you know, Yoko and John's son.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just like, bruh. It's like, no, John Lennon was a good musician, but that doesn't make him a good person.
So whatever happened to Julian? Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to Google it.
I have no idea.
See if he's still around. Wow. So yeah, I mean,
It's like, don't just assume that people are good or bad just based on the things you see or the fact that you like their music or something like that. Because, like I said, I still appreciate Marilyn Manson's music, but, like, it wouldn't surprise me if he was a piece of shit.
right. Yeah, a serial killer or, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really shocked by much nowadays, Flo.
Neither am I. Like I said, the only thing that would surprise me is if Keanu Reeves was a bad person.
Yeah.
Faith lost in humanity. Oh.
I agree. Well, covered a lot of ground today.
Peace.
As usual. Any closing thoughts or comments?
Keep your expectations low so you're never disappointed.
Amen. That was actually tape 4 in Attacking Anxiety and Agoraphobia. Keep your expectations low so you are never disappointed. That's so funny that you would say that.
And yet, people still disappoint me.
That's right. Amen. All right. Well, I'm My High.
And I'm Hot Topic Flo.
And we will see you on the next one.